Hey everyone, Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Hope you can hop on tonight for a quick tutorial, and I hope you're all doing well. We're going to just relax and have a little crafting escape tonight. Sorry, my hand's a little shaky here. Sorry for the late start. Took the dogs for a walk. It was a beautiful sunny day, and they felt that we really needed to be out there, and I 100% agreed with them. So we had a nice walk before our video here. Hey, Barb's here and Kathy's here. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to do kind of a fun card tonight that is very timely with our pandemic situation that's going on right now. So this is a card that I sent out. So if you belong to my email list, I send out project sheets, and this was a project sheet that went out today, and so we're going to do it. I did a little twist on it. Well, I'm doing a little twist on it. I haven't even tried it, so we're just going to do it together. So I'm going to flip the camera around here. Thanks so much for tuning in, and let's get started. So I'm going to flip the camera. There we go. You can see my messy desk and my stuff and my stamp. Oh, boy. Finger right in the ink. Okay, we're off to a great start. That's pretty typical, right? I just rub it on my jeans. Nobody will see that. So, hey, Joanne. So yes, we are going to make this card. So this was a project sheet that I sent out today. We're going to do a little adaptation on it, and but very similar. And so we're going to learn how to make this little masked piggy. And in playing with this, I did discover that some of the dimensions were a little bit bigger than I would like, and so I will show you that, and you can make your decision on what would work best for you. So we're going to start with a pig. This is our little piggy here. This is this little Piggy Stamp Set. Now this one, actually the retired list came out today, and this unfortunately is on there. Sad. So hopefully you already have this set. If not, you might want to pick that up before it goes away. But we're going to use this little pig right here. But I actually do not want the words. I don't want this little piggy. You certainly could. You could do a sentiment like "This little piggy misses you" or something like that. But I don't want the sentiment on here. So I'm actually going to mask that. And so I'm going to show you how, if you have a stamp where there's a portion of it that you don't want on your card, how you can hide that. And so there's several different ways that you can do that. One way is you could take a Post-it note, and you could just cut off the sticky part and cover up the words with that. I say cut off the sticky part because this part can kind of get in your way, and so you really only need that sticky section. The other thing you can do is, if you have washi tape, you can take a piece of washi tape and just put it on over the word. That's what I'm going to do today. It is, to me, it's a little bit stickier than the Post-it note, but you know, your washi tape might be more precious to you than your Post-it note. So, you know, that's a personal choice. It depends on which one you have an excess of. And so I'm going to ink this up in the Memento Ink here. So you can see I've got it nice and inky. Now I also have gotten the blob of ink all over that tape. So before I stamp my image, I want to remove that tape. Otherwise I'm going to get this big black blob there, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to peel up that tape and throw that away, and then we're just going to stamp this down. And I have I'm actually going to be cutting this out, so I'll just hold it down for a minute. And there you see that we've got our pig and the ground, but no words. So the words did not show up because we covered them up, right? Does that make sense? So it's pretty easy to do. You just need to remember to pull that tape or that Post-it note off before you stamp. So we're going to set that aside. Now, when I use the Stampin' Blends, particularly with a light color, I do like my ink to set up and dry a little bit. Otherwise, it can kind of, I don't know if bleed's the right word, but it can kind of fuzz out on you. So I actually have a piggy over here that I have already stamped and let dry a little bit. And I'm not talking a long time, but just a short time to let that set up. So I have the blends here. Now these are the Petal Pink Combo Pack. And I did want to just mention the retired list came out today, and some people kind of freaked out a little bit because on the, and this is the one that I uploaded in our page that's an Excel document. I like Excel documents because I can sort them. This is sorted by page number, but if you had your stamps and your accessories alphabetical, you could resort that so that it's, you know, in the way that you want to go through and mark your list. So in the retiring list here, and I left them off here, all of the Stampin' Blends ended up on the retired list. And people kind of got panicky about that. I just want to let you know that's because they're reconfiguring the packaging. So the combo packs are still going to be available in all of the colors that we currently have. To my knowledge, there weren't any that were retiring. The difference is the individual ones that we've had that where you can replace just the light or the dark, those are retiring. So if you have Stampin' Blends, you might want to just check yours and make sure that they're all good to go and that you don't need to replace just the light or dark. Most people order them in the combo pack. So I think that's why they're retiring the other ones, because they're just not being ordered. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I'm just going to take my Petal Pink here, and this is the light. And I'm just going to quickly go all over. Oh, you know what? I got to stop because I don't have any paper under my... Let me scrap paper down. I was going to say I don't have any paper under my paper, but that didn't sound right. But I don't have any paper under my paper. So with the Stampin' Blends, when you're doing it right, it should actually bleed through the paper. And I don't want that on my work surface. So you do want to put a scrap paper down. And these are alcohol markers, and I love them. Personally, I find coloring to be very soothing and relaxing. Is anyone else out there like me? I think some people are a little scared of coloring, but I will tell you these alcohol markers will make you look like you're an artist. Even if you're not, because believe me, I am no artist at all. That's why I like stamps, because somebody did the artwork for me. I didn't have to do the hard part. I just got to do the coloring. So I've got it all in light. Now I'm going to go in with the darker, and this is where I'm going to add some shading. This is where you look all artistic. So let's see, where it'd be shadows in his ears. Stamps make it easy because you can kind of follow wherever the lines are to make a shadow, if that makes sense. Here's tummy, do a little over here. It's very forgiving. And then we're going to go in. Let's do a little bit above his snout too. Although, you know what? That was dumb because that's going to be covered up. But okay, stop. I'll do his cheeks because I think maybe a little bit of his cheeks are going to show. All right. And then we're going to go back in with the light. And I don't know if you can see it. I'll bring it up here closer. Let's see if my camera can focus on it. Right now, those lines are pretty harsh. You know what I mean? There's a definite edge there. I don't want that. I want to smooth it out a little bit. So I'm going back in with the light, and I'm just rubbing over wherever that sort of line, harsh line is, just to kind of blend it in with the lighter color. And that's why they're called blends. That's the whole reason, because that's exactly what they do. But it gives you this awesome shading. You can also go layer the light over the light multiple times to get it to lighten up. And one thing I really like too about the blends is that you can do a light yellow with a dark brown and blend them together. You can actually do the yellow on top of the brown because they don't get wrecked. They don't bleed into each other. So we've got our little piggy here colored. I think my sheet here says that I'm supposed to color his feet in the light crumb cake. So we better follow directions. I'm not always the best at that. That's not light crumb cake. That's ivory. Let's see. Ooh. I think this is light crumb cake. Yes, it is. So just going to take the bullet end of this and color in his feet. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to do a little bit of the sort of dirt that he's sitting on here as well. Why not, right? Pigs like mud, don't they? To sit in the dirt. All right, there we go. So we've got our little piggy, and I'm going to die cut that out. And I'm also going to die cut a piece that he's going to be layered on. I'm actually going to die cut him out with one of the rectangle, the stitched rectangle dies. these work great with the other dies I'm using. So I'm just going to lay that on here and get that cut out. All right, slide everything over so I can bring the machine in here. And we quickly die cut it. So yeah, today was a super exciting day. Today the retired list came out, and Stampin' Up! Demonstrators actually got to see the new catalog today on the website. So if you are dying to see the new catalog and you don't want to wait, you should join as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And we'd love to have you on my team. And you'll get to see the new catalog, and you'll get to pre-order from the new catalog on May 5th. Super exciting. All right, we're just going to crank that through. Oh, hold on, I'm going to jiggle the camera. Boom. All right, there we go. So we've got our little piggy cut out here. And that's, you can see that cute stitching with the rectangle die there. So that's all set. And then I'm going, well, I have the die cutting machine here. This is where I'm going off script. I'm not following the directions. I'm such a wild child, right? Okay, so I'm going to grab the awesome, oh, come here you, Ornate layer dies. These are the new dies. These will be in the new catalog. They're available for customers to order early right now. I know many of you have them in your stash or on their way. And I will tell you that these, the layers dies are on back order right now. Some of you got them before that happened, so that's awesome. Most of you did. If you order them today, they will be back ordered, but you'll still get them when they arrive on May 4th. And then the other set of dies that are part of that suite, also back ordered till May 4th. Those actually are not orderable right now because they are, you know what, I'm going to send this through one more time. Because they were so super duper popular. Don't even know if I needed to do that, but I'm too lazy to pull the machine back up if it didn't cut. So I'm gonna just be super cautious. All right, that looks great. That cut awesome. I love these dies. They're just, I mean, look how gorgeous that is. Gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna just pop it off my plate. Now this is a super duper scarred plate, so it's a little hard to get it off that. If you have a plate that's really scarred like this, you can actually rub it with wax paper, and that will help get some of that, get your paper, if you have, like you're doing a stitch die and it keeps stitching to that, that'll help get that off. So I'm just rolling, I'm using the Take Your Pick tool with the die brush attachment here, and just rolling out my little bits, my little confetti here. And if you are doing a bigger group of cards and you're doing a lot of these, you can die cut them and then actually stack them together and cut them out. One of my customers actually discovered that when she was making a large batch here with these very dies, and she said it worked awesome. She just stacked them up like a stack of 6 and poked out all of them at the same time. So if you're doing a bunch of these, but isn't that pretty? Look how just lacy and beautiful that is. So come here. This one it's cut, but it does not want to come out. Okay, I'm sure there's something super cute that somebody's going to do with these little, they almost look like, oh, you know what? It could be a question mark, like, right? Or maybe a treble clef, but it looks like a question mark, doesn't it? Just add a dot. Okay. I'm still throwing them away, but that would be super cute. All right. Oh, whoops. Oh, I thought I was done, and I'm not. I was close. I just didn't get this side. Just humming to myself. It's been such a busy day, so it was very exciting because the retired list came out, and I was trying to get that out to everybody. And then my neighbor's little girl was out coloring on the sidewalk, and I wanted to give her a paper pumpkin to do just when she gets bored, and I had a puzzle for her and a coloring book. And my sister-in-law's been making these crocheted ear savers for healthcare places, and I've been trying to find places that would like them to donate, and so we've been donating a lot of them. They've been a big hit, which has been great. So that makes her feel really good to be helping, and yeah, It's gone awesome. Okay, so I've got this one. You know what? I think I'm actually going to go with a bigger one. On my thing, it uses this pretty ribbon. So we're just going to tie a bow with that. Now the sentiment that is used on my project sheet here, let's pull that back in, is the Happy Mother's Day from the Itty Bitty Greetings. Not sure if I want to use that one. Should we grab the set and see if there's another greeting we want to use? My mother would like this card, I think, and I will be missing her face at Mother's Day time. It's because of the social distancing that I think is probably going to go on for a while. She is sequestered at my family's Christmas tree farm in southern Iowa in a very safe place, so that's good. All right, so we have our little piggy here in our pretty frame. Let's switch to the mask portion of our project. So, okay, wait, you just have to bear with me because, well, yeah, I need to do a little more blending around his eyes. Sorry, it's just super bugging me. All right, there we go. I'm not going to worry about his nose because that's going to be covered up. All right, so we're going to do a little mask over his face here when, of course, we have to have the little straps. So if you can see this mask, put the straps down like so. Just position them how you want them. And I'm actually not going to stick the straps. I'm going to stick the mask. But can you see the little grooves in it? Just like I do have a pattern for the Crocheted Ear Savers D, and I will get that to you. We've donated them to the Children's Hospital for the staff there, and then to the ER at United, and I guess they vanished in 24 hours. And tomorrow we're taking them to another ER. Yes, I'd be happy to share that pattern, and because I guess they do really help. So you can see those little lines, just like a real mask has those grooves in it. So let me show you how we're going to make those. I've got my Stampin' Trimmer here, and I've got my Simply Scoring tool. I prefer, you can do the scoring on the Stampin' Trimmer. I'm going to slide all this out of my way. But I don't know, I just, for this tiny, I haven't tried it doing the little 1/8" marks with this. I just, I liked the Simply Score tool better, I have to say. And I shouldn't say I liked it better because I actually, to be totally honest, I haven't actually tried it with the other. So I can get on camera here. So all you do is you're going to score every mark, okay? The marks are 1/8 inch apart. So you're just going to score, and you just need 3 of them. Is that focusing? Boy, my hands are dry. So you've got those little lines for your mask. And I actually prefer to keep the strip long to do it. It's a really tiny piece to try to do over here in the corner. So keep your piece long. In the directions, it says 3/4 inch. I actually found that 5/8 inch was a little better size. I thought 3/4 was a little big. And so you could actually score this whole thing if you wanted to do a lot of mask cards. Just nice to send to people and say, you know, I miss you, I'm thinking of you. Yeah, so we're going to grab, now I'm going to grab the Stampin' Trimmer though, because I want to cut this. And again, the directions say 1/2 inch. I actually found that that was a little bit bigger than I wanted, so I went with what's less than 1/2 inch? 3/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to cut that. There we go. So there I have a mask that's more the size I want. For the little, what do we call them? The straps, I guess I would say that. Again, the directions called for 1/8 inch. I found that to be a little too wide. I wanted narrower. So I cut them more like a 1/16 inch. What you could actually do is just, you know, it's pretty fine work on a trimmer like this, and it's such a little piece. I think you could easily take your paper snips or your scissors and just freehand cut those. Let's see if I can do a decent job here. And then you can get them really thin. however, whatever looks strap-like to you, right? It doesn't really matter if they're a little bit different size or width or whatever. So, because it's just a teensy little piece. All right, Piggy, come here, you. So we're going to grab our little Piggy here. I've already got these straps in place, so I'm just going to leave them there. I need some adhesive on the back of this. I don't know. You could use liquid glue. You could use snail adhesive. I'm going to use one of my personal favorites. Those of you, oh, goodness, crazy train. I mean, I'm having problems here. Okay, I'm using glue dots, and I'm going to do, not very well, I might add. I'm going to do one on each side there, and I'm just going to cover up the face. So you want that mask. I don't want that going below here. I want the mask right below the eyes, but I don't want the chin showing. Does that make sense? I mean, I guess you could have the chin showing. So maybe I will have the chin showing a little bit. So the straps have now stuck to the mask, but they're right where I want them because I had them laid on the face first. But I am going to bring it down just below the eyes is where I want it. And you might even have to add an extra glue dot to make it stay on. But there you have a little Piggy in a mask. Now you can put your greeting here. What did I say? Itty bitty greetings. That's an awesome set. You guys, I hope this isn't retiring. I don't think it is. Oh, I have to look. Does anybody know? Because I have not gotten to spend quality time yet with my list. And mine's sorted right now by page number, so that's not really going to help me find itty bitty greetings. Anybody know? Anybody know? Karen, do you know? Carol Garrison knows. Awesome. Thank you, Carol. It is not retiring. I didn't think so. So you could do, let's see, hope you're feeling better. That would be nice. Oh, I like Sent with Love. That might be the one. Hey friend, that's another great one. Just reaching out to people, just trying to touch base with people. Happy Mother's Day is the one that's on my sample there. A little hello, that would be super cute too. I miss you, that would be fantastic. Boy, I can't decide. What do you guys think? What should I do? I'm kind of thinking I miss you. Would that be good? Should we go with I miss you? Thank you, Kathy, for verifying that. Thank you, Ashley. You guys are so on top of it. You're all team members. You rock. Let's see. Should we do I miss you? Do I miss you? Is that too sad? Oh, let's see. Hey, Lori. Lori, I need your help. We need to know what I should do. Hey friend. I do like Hey Friend, and I like that font because it's a really pretty font. All right, Kathy says Hey Friend, and Carol says I miss you. How about we do Hey Friend on the outside and then I miss you on the inside? That would work, right? Let's do Hey Friend. La, 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 la. Hey Friend, there it is. Found it. All right. All right, so here's what I miss you would look like. Here's what Hey Friend would look like. I'm putting it down here because I'm going to have a bow up here, but you could just as easily put it at the top, I guess. Oh gosh, I'm nervous now. What if I screw this up, you guys? Okay, we can fix it, right? We can fix it. I usually don't do the words after I've done all the coloring and all the detail, but I can cover it up, right? Oh, I can live with that. All right. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. All right. So we've got our mask. We've got our pig. We had this bow here. We've got our super duper pretty frame we're going to pop it into. This is a fancy pig. It's in a big fancy frame. This is perfect for my family in Iowa because, Iowa, we do have a lot of hog farmers there, most of who are struggling right now. So let's put this right here. We're going to add our bow on. Seems weird to add my bow this early, but I'm going to do it. And, okay, let's finish our card. All right, so we're going to grab some cardstock. And again, I will put this project sheet up in our tutorials area there on my, hang on, sorry. Shouldn't walk away when I'm still talking. Okay, you guys, what did I do with it? Oh. It's like I just had the Simply Scored. What did I do with it? Here it is. You guys can't help me with that. You can't see where I put it. I just scored that wrong. Okay, pretend I didn't do that. Secret, secret. Four and a quarter. So I scored it at 5.5, and then I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. So this one is kind of a long card. It wouldn't have to be that way. You could do it the other way, I think. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to fold that up, and I'll score that right here. So anyway, I started saying I'm going to put the tutorial up in our group here, but I will make that adjustment on the mask, just my suggestions there, to make it that slightly smaller size. And I'm going to just grab some designer series paper. Bear with me, hold on. I don't know where I put it. Found it. So I'm going to use the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper for this. That petal pink is in this pattern quite a bit, and so that'll look perfect with my little piggy. Make it pretty flowery and fancy. This would definitely be going to a girl. If you wanted it to go to a guy or a kid, you could maybe do the stripe and 86 the bow. And you could even just use the stitched rectangles and not do the fancy dancy frame there. Bird Ballad Designer Series paper is slated to retire. Almost all of our Designer Series papers, in fact, I think all of them are retiring. Team members, anyone want to tell me if I am wrong on that? Let's see, I'm going to cut this at 4 inches by 5 1/4. To give me a nice layer on my card. I love this paper. I'm so sad it's leaving. All right. But I know a lot of my customers got it, so hopefully you already have it. If not, you might want to pick that up. And then we're going to put some adhesive on the back. We're going to cover up the birds. I don't go with my pig today. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this up. No surprise here. I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. Yes, there are some beautiful new papers coming. I actually have not, as I said, demonstrators could see the new catalog online today. And customers will get to see it. It goes online on June 3rd, but right now I am mailing out, I'm doing the mailing selector on who wants a new catalog. So if you want me to send you a catalog, let me know before the end of the month, and then you will get it sometime in May, towards the end of May. So there we have our little piggy, hey friend, and then let's do our inside piece. Hold on here. Cutting this off camera, bear with me. So again, this is 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside, and I'm just gonna put I miss you on the inside. Social distancing is hard. It's really, really hard. But I think about my wonderful mother and my wonderful in-laws. My mother-in-law has severe asthma. I think of friends I have that are young people that have asthma, and these are the people that I want to help protect. So it's been rough, but I know it's going to be worth it because we're going to save lives. So it's getting tougher now that the weather is getting nice, but we can do this, right? But sending cards, I think, really help to be in touch with people, you know, keep that, keep their spirits up, and just love getting handmade cards in the mail. We can do this. You're absolutely right, Karen. I agree with you 100%. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed making the little mask. I'm sure there are a lot of other critters and stamps that we have that these would go on. The Piggy is one that works really, really nice. And I will post that tutorial in our file section where I have the album for tutorials. Hold on here. I'm going to flip the camera so I can say farewell. There we go. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Take care, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Keep stamping. Keep your spirits up, and we'll get through this together. Have a great night. Bye-bye.